Hey guys, Alex here. We want to talk to you about our new sponsor, AdamandEve.com.
Ooh, yeah.
Go to AdamandEve.com for a limited time only, and you'll get 50% off just about any item.
50.
50.
Whoa.
50.0% off.
Yes.
When you select one of your items at 50% off, you'll also receive 3 free adult DVDs. Plus a free mystery gift.
Mystery gift.
What? And to top it all off, they will even throw in free shipping for your entire order.
That is clutch these days.
Yeah, no doubt.
It actually upsets me how many places do not offer free shipping.
I know. It's so easy. Just ship it.
Yeah, just fucking ship it.
Anyway, AdamandEve.com and use the coupon code HAPPY when you check out. That's HAPPY.
I'm glad you spelled that correctly.
At I was going to yell and do the rest of the Twitter handle. At AdamandEve.com. Use the coupon code HAPPY at AdamandEve.com.
Do it. 50% off. What?
Now entering Nerdist.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. Each week, like every week, we will bring you approximately half an hour of joy into your life.
We hope.
Yeah, we hope. Sometimes distress.
Yeah.
All through the guise of booze and news.
Booze and news.
Booze and news. With us at this lovely SoCal day is the man, the myth, the legend, Tom Supervolcano Krajewski.
I'm so happy right now.
Tom is so happy.
Yeah, so we are recording at... I don't even know how to explain it, but it's
The best beach house in the world.
It's the best beach house in the world. It's my wife's mother's beach house.
I'm actually realizing as you're speaking
Yes?
that because we're in this living room, but the living room is like...
It's a little echoey.
It bleeds into the kitchen. It's so echoey because this place is so fucking huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
And
Yeah, so when you hear echoes in the background, it's because we're not recording in Alex's garage like we normally do. We're in this massive beach house, like literally looking at the beach.
At the beach. And I feel bad
The
because
beach
I
is
feel like...
10 feet away from us.
And I feel like I've been here so many times and I put Tom facing in and not looking at the
you
glorious...
did.
So Tom, take a
Tom's
look. Look
back
behind
is
you.
to the
That's what we get
beach.
to see.
there's a beach there.
Yeah.
But literally on the beach.
On the
Like,
beach.
we are
Yeah,
right
man.
there. And it's ridiculous.
This is incredible.
We're recording here every week now, I say.
I don't know. It took us an hour and a
Every
half to
week.
get
It's
here.
worth
That's the thing.
it.
That's the
It's
thing.
worth
It's
it.
just far
It
enough
normally
away.
takes me 4 minutes to get to Alex's
that's
house,
true.
and today took me an hour and a half. So I don't know about recording here every week, but today it's a nice little treat.
I'll come here and I'll phone patch myself into you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should figure that out. We should do like space. We could pretend like Tom's on the moon, but he's just here. Lots of echo in the moon.
By the way, it wouldn't make a difference because Tom never speaks into the mic anyway. So,
He's like,
I'm talking to the mic all the time.
oh my gosh! All right,
I don't
should,
think he
should we
knows what
tell
a
people
microphone is.
why we are here today?
we can.
Yeah.
We are going to go down to San Diego tomorrow.
Correct.
Very early.
Very early.
It's very early for science.
Yeah.
But
And-
we're going
and
anyway
adults.
to produce our beer, our half hour
Brew.
happy hour
We're gonna
beer
brew beer tomorrow.
for the HopCon that's coming up
Yes.
in like a month.
Yeah.
I know. I can't believe Comic Con's going to be like in a month.
Someone tweeted me and asked if our beer would be available outside of HopCon, and the answer is I don't know.
Yeah, none of us know.
Yeah.
That's not a piece of information we could ever find.
I know. I feel like
We could ask them tomorrow, I guess.
yeah, we'll ask them about. We'll figure that out. But if you are going to be at Comic Con, please come to HopCon.
Yeah, Wednesday night.
It's via Stone Brewery.
Yeah, I don't know where
I don't know
specifically.
why brewery is such a hard word for me to say. Brewery.
Brewery.
I
The
just feel like I'm
rural
mumbling
juror.
it. The rural juror.
Yeah,
Is that-
the rural juror
that
from
a thing?
yeah, it's from 30. No, it's from 30 Rock,
Oh.
where she gets a job.
BT Dubs. I'm already on my third drink.
Yeah, BT Dubs. I'm sick again. Fuck sick.
What?
And I'm on my first drink and Dayquil.
Oh, that's a good
So I think
mixture.
we're all pretty
Yeah, you're-
spun up.
This is gonna be great.
Hey guys.
Hey.
I have a question/answers.
Okay. The floor is yours. Alex.
So E3 just happened.
It did just happen.
Yeah, and you went.
I did go.
Did you have fun?
Obviously.
Well, okay.
Well, it is funny though. Like I've now done E3 so many times, and E3 is not like Comic-Con where there's the experience outside of the convention.
Right.
You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. It doesn't bleed
Like,
out into
there
downtown
are some
LA.
E3 parties and like you can get drinks afterwards, but it's not like Comic-Con. Like I've gone to Comic-Con a couple years and not actually ever gone into the convention.
yeah.
Yeah, totally.
You know? But E3, because it's like in LA, it's like, oh, I'll go swing by for a couple hours
Yeah.
and then whatever. And so, yes, I went. I did some VR stuff, which was very cool.
Which VR stuff?
The Samsung VR, which was a roller coaster. So you were sitting in an actual movement chair.
Oh yeah.
And then the only thing that did not make it feel like a roller coaster was the fact that my hair was not blowing backwards.
See,
but the movement,
fans. They should have done fans because I did a thing that had a fan on it. It was great.
Yeah. The movement and the visuals were fantastic.
That's super fun.
But I was realizing, like, I went with some friends, but then I was walking around and, because it was my life for a couple of years. It's like, oh, right, I know
everybody that's
here.
covering E3.
And
exactly.
I felt like a dick because I was with friends, and then all of a sudden someone would be like, Alison, hey, I'd be like, Alison, hey. And I'm not talking like I love meeting fans left and right. Like I'm not talking about that at all. Like I'm always so flattered when I can be at a thing like that and people still recognize me.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, just running into old coworkers and stuff, which still I love seeing. I just couldn't be a part of the convention though
with your friends that you went to the convention with.
Exactly. So that was the moment where I was like, oh right, I come to E3 because it's almost more of a business thing. Like even if I'm not working it, it's more like showing up and showing your face and reconnecting.
Well,
with
that's kind of how I feel like with Comic-Con. I mean, I love Comic-Con, and I started going just as a fan because it was so much fun. But we were covering stuff for Totally Rad Show. Like that's why I started going, and now it's like, even though I'm not covering it, I still feel like I want to go just to sort of
be there.
And also, you get this thing where, like, I mean, it's sort of like why we started doing this podcast, where it's like, if you're not doing something, like, there's such ebb and flows in entertainment industry careers that when you're on an ebb, I guess, when you just don't have anything going on currently, you still want to keep your face out there and be like, no, I'm working on stuff. It's just not out yet, or you know what I mean? Because you can kind of drift away, and people are like, oh yeah, that guy from the thing. You know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons why I still keep going down to Comic-Con.
Keep yourself relevant.
You got to keep yourself relevant to the YouTube children who all
YouTube
know
kids.
who I am.
Did you go to E3?
I did not go to E3.
Oh.
I did not go to E3, but I thankfully now all of the big press conferences, the Sony press conference,
you can watch it all
Microsoft
online.
press conference, the Ubisoft press conference, the Bethesda.
Do you say Ubisoft?
I say Ubisoft or Ubisoft. It depends.
I never know which to say.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the only person.
I say UBI soft. That's
UBI soft.
Sounds like a...
I say Ubisoft, but I've heard people say Ubisoft, but then I've also heard people say Ubisoft, and I'm like, I don't know.
I think
which
they've said it at the press conference all three ways, depending upon who was on the stage. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Those crazy French.
But there was some really fun. I mean, the biggest mind-blowing thing for me, the two biggest mind-blowing things for me were, and Tom, I don't even know if Jen knows about this, but the Star Trek.
Oh yeah, the VR
Bridge Commander.
Yeah, I didn't show her, but I saw it. It looks awesome.
That is everything I wanted VR to be.
You're sitting there and you're commanding the starship, right? Like you're giving orders. People are.
Well, but you could also be somebody else is the guy who's doing the tactical stuff, making sure the shields are down, telling you that there's a Klingon bird of prey just decloaked off the right bow.
That's awesome.
The right hand bow. That's as nautical that was.
Yep.
It's sort of leftish, but it's a fucking Romulan.
8 o'clock, 8:15. I don't know. It's somewhere over there.
Yeah, the Romulans will be here at 8:22. We got to get ready. It's like, what? You are horrible at telling us what's going on at space time. Yeah, 0:27 for the Romulans to arrive. But that was super cool. Like, that's the type of stuff that I was like, yes, I want to be able to experience VR in a place with other people also in that place.
What's the other one? What was the other awesome
the other one was Bethesda.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Bethesda.
Yeah.
Because what happened was, so I guess 3 years ago, Bethesda, because of course I'm just Mr. VR, so I was just like, VR, scrolling through. I was like, no, not interested. Ooh, VR.
Right.
Just because that's like the new hot thing that I'm into right now. So Bethesda 3 years ago, or maybe even 4 years ago, with the Oculus, when first Oculus came out,
right?
They showed a development thing at E3 of playing Doom 3.
Oh yes,
on the Oculus in VR.
Yes,
but they have not said anything about VR for the last 3 years.
Right.
So the guy comes out and was like, in the middle of the press conference, is talking about cool shit, and he was like, "So 3-4 years ago, we showed off here at E3." People playing Doom 3 on VR.
Yeah.
And then he said, we secretly continued to develop VR. We just didn't tell you guys about it. We have Fallout 4 playing in VR.
Right.
And the new Doom playing in VR. And Fallout 4 will come out for VR, the full game.
Right.
In not October, but like
on
in...
the PS 4.5 or whatever? No.
For PC. For all the major...
PC.
For all the
right,
major
right,
things.
Right.
Yes.
So happy. I'm even more
yes.
happy right
I've
now.
never played Fallout 4.
What?
No, not yet.
Dude, it's
But
the
now
best.
I'm like, I will play the shit out of it. And so Jeff, our buddy Jeff,
Kanata,
he played. First off, if you watch the Blizzard press conference or the Bethesda press conference, he tweeted because he's also in the same. Like we're both like we text each other and we're like, "Did you see this VR crazy thing?"
Right.
So he went to E3 and was just like, "I did all the VR stuff." Like there's a Batman. VR
the
game.
Batman one is sweet.
Did you see any of it?
Yeah,
dude. Jeff was like, I didn't see the video, but Jeff was like, you literally put on the VR goggles and then you pick up a Batman cowl and then turn and you're looking at Batman in the mirror with the cowl.
Oh, I want that so bad.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
But anyway, he played. So first off, in the press conference, you can audibly hear. So I was just watching the press conference, whatever, and he took a picture of, because he gave out popcorn. And so he took a picture of his popcorn on Instagram and he said, oh, I get it, Bethesda. You're giving us popcorn. The last letter of popcorn is R. The best thing that ends in an R is VR. I've cracked your code, right?
By the way, popcorn doesn't end in an R. It ends in an N.
Popcorn.
I don't know. There's an R.
It made sense when he said it.
Yeah, and also that's not what he probably said, but just let's say that's what he said.
Yeah.
But so then what happened was we're watching the stream, and he was like, the Bethesda guy was like, so VR, and you literally, it's quiet as a pin, and you can totally hear Jeff go, yes! And I was like, I leaned over to Heather because she was watching with me, and I was like, that was Jeff.
That was Jeff.
And she was like, what? And I was like, no, that was Jeff. And then my phone went, brrr, and it was Jerry texting Jeff and was like, that was you, right, Jeff? And he wrote, yes, back in the text. But he played it hands-on.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was interesting because he was like, it's room scale.
Yeah.
So you're looking around, you can pick stuff up and all that stuff. You're at like some gas station or whatever. But the really funny thing is he was like, what I decided to do was because it's got the teleport thing where you can like teleport your square. And so he goes, I just picked a place and just started teleporting. Teleporting.
So you could see more of the world.
He just wanted to see how much of the world was in the demo.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a huge open.
Well, that was
he's going pop, 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 pop. And so after like the 10 minutes allotted, he was like, guys, I got really far away from where I was supposed to be. And when he took off all the stuff, the lady was like, yeah, you started teleporting out, and they had told us to like stop people from going that far. But
really?
You just kept going, and I didn't really want to stop you.
Wow.
And so he said, and he was like, I didn't decide. There's no NDA or anything, so all this stuff, But he was like, and he goes, so how much of the game? He goes, this is the whole game, right? And she was like, yeah.
Oh my God. Dude, that's one of my favorite games.
I know,
the
dude. And like, just think about walking into a room, and then you're in the room, you're walking around, and you're picking stuff up. And by the way, you ready for this?
Yeah.
You turn your wrist, and your Pip-Boy shows up.
Yeah, of course.
That's how you do all your menu stuff.
What about like fighting when you're using like melee weapons? Do you still have to use the remote, or is it? Like,
I'm guessing you just swing the melee weapon. Would be my guess. He did say that they didn't seem to have a VATS system. Which I want to. They must. Well, no. I mean, I'm sure they're doing it, but it's just probably trying to figure out like, technically. They probably also because people do this all the time, where they're farther along with stuff, but they pull stuff out of what they're going to show you because they're like, we just want to show, like, look, you can be in the world.
Yeah,
exactly. But that to me, I was like,
well, I got to play a little bit of Zelda at the Nintendo booth.
How was it? Everybody was talking about Zelda.
It was really cool, but they made it a point in their presser to say you cannot explore all of the world available now at E3. Wait, does that make sense?
Sure.
In the time you're allotted, you don't have enough time to explore all of the world that is available in the demo.
I see. So it's like you're going to choose to go in a direction, and there's a whole other direction that's in the
but
demo.
That's what I mean. Like, I played for 15 minutes, and I was like, fuck, there was a lot. It was really fun. It was great.
It's an open world game? Is it?
Open world. Yeah. Awesome. That's the thing. I'm not normally a big open world fan because I am a completionist. Like, I need to finish everything. So if you give me an open world, I just get overwhelmed because I'm like, there's too many things I have to do. I like
Arkham
more
City
linear
was actually,
things.
and Arkham City, because I'm the same way, 100%.
Really?
Like I can't.
Come on.
But I can't do like I really didn't love Red Dead Redemption, like all these games that people are like the best game, like Fallout New Vegas. I was like,
Oh my God.
But I also need other people with me. I'm a socialist.
Right.
That's not what that word means. But that's not what that means. It's like me and Bernie Sanders is like, unless he's here, I can't play.
You're a social butterfly.
I'm a social butterfly in video games. I'll watch movies and TV all by myself all day long.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, video games, I'm like, I need to be in there with friends. So that's why I love MMOs.
I play alone too.
See, that's why I love MMOs. That's why I love like SWTOR was so great because it was like playing. Now I have played through a lot of games like Mass Effect, which I love.
Yeah.
Like there are Uncharted. Like there are games that can sort of get beyond that.
I
for
finished
me.
Uncharted 4 like a week ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, it's so good.
There was also some really good, cool game announcements like the Visceral Games.
Yeah.
Third person. So Amy Hennig, who did she create? Hennig. Did she create Uncharted?
Yeah.
So she created Uncharted
I did
left for 4. She didn't do 4.
She started 4, but then she left halfway through.
But she left to go make
Star Wars.
a Star Wars
for
game.
EA.
An announced one? No.
They just showed some
I didn't hear about it.
in-engine footage, and it was like,
What? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm behind.
dude, it is.
Yeah.
I'll show you the video, and you'll just be like, what the fuck?
A friend of the show, Todd Stashwick, is working on it as well.
This is true.
Yeah.
Todd's co-writing it, right? Or something like that? Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we can say what he's doing. I think he's co-writing it.
No, I think he said
Yeah.
on the thing he's co-writing it.
Okay, can we wrap up video game stuff?
Sure.
Because I have some awesome personal news that I want to share.
I like where this is going.
So excited! I got a new car!
I got a new car? I wish.
That's personal.
No. Okay, so we've talked about how my brother is engaged, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So he called me a couple days ago to officially ask me to be in the wedding party
Nice.
as his best man.
Oh, that's cool.
What?
Yeah. I mean, we're calling it I'm his best maiden, but like
That is
I'm standing up with him,
amazing.
which I was like, what? And I just started crying. And he was like, yeah, I want you on my team. And I'm like, I am on your team.
Oh,
Grandma."
that's so sweet.
I know, but how cool is that?
That
And
is
it's
adorable.
It's not like I'm the only person. He's having groomsmen as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the best
The
man.
best made.
Right.
You have to plan the bachelor
I
party.
play at the bachelor
Oh
party.
my god! I feel so bad for your brother.
Yeah,
No.
this is gonna be.
I feel
It's
like
gonna be awesome.
girls planning a bachelor party is like the most intense bachelor party ever.
It'll
Because I
be
think the
rad.
thing that girls think guys do on bachelor parties is so much more intense than they actually do.
I'm gonna be like strippers and cocaine, right? That's what we're doing.
You're like, this one paid me $1,000. I can kill her.
Yeah, right.
What?
Yeah, my brother's gonna
movie
be
are
like,
you
all I
watching?
wanted to do was golf. It's fine. You know?
That's fantastic. Well,
I know.
congratulations.
I know.
Congrats.
I'm so
That's
excited.
Alison Haislip, the best maiden.
Right?
That's fantastic.
And
When is the wedding?
He's getting married in April next year.
Okay.
Down in
So you
like
got
the
some
San
time to plan.
Diego area.
Oh.
Yeah, I
What?
know. I know.
Are they-
It's great for me.
Is that
her side of the family lives down there, so that's why they decided to get married down there.
Do they know where? There's lots of really good venues.
Yeah, no, they've already picked a place.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm not going to announce it on
I get
the
that.
show.
That is smart. That is smart.
Yeah.
Offline, though, tell me because I got some deals.
Exactly. Oh,
I know
nice.
some people.
There we go. Yeah, but I'm super excited. It's just kind of crazy because I've always said that when I get married, the only person I want up there with me is my brother. Like I don't want
that's
bridesmaids
sweet.
or anything like
So you'd
that.
be marrying your brother.
No, on my side.
So the
Getting
other
married,
guy
you
would
know.
be up
so
there.
my
That's what
man
you
of
meant.
Bunch of
honor,
dudes.
my
Just
man
saying.
of honor would
Sounded
be my
weird.
brother.
That's good.
Got
I like that.
Yeah. So I just didn't know my brother felt the same way. So that's why when he asked me,
That's
I was
adorable.
like, "Wait, really? I'm your person?"
Oh my god. I'm your person?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Nothing that exciting has happened to me.
Oh,
Whoa, boo.
that's fine.
Wait, yeah.
What? Yeah.
Huh?
Come on, we hung out at Frank Sinatra's house last weekend.
Oh god, I totally
That's
forgot.
exciting.
I forgot this. We were all in Palm Springs last weekend.
We all were in Palm Springs. Last
So
weekend.
much fun.
I know.
It really, the funny thing is that, so it's really rare that Heather and I get a chance, because, I mean, it's one of those things like first world problems, right? So it's like Heather and I, both of our families like to get together and do sort of trips together. So we have two groups of families that we would like go and do trips together. I love family trips.
Right.
They're just not vacations.
Nope.
No.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
I love them. I'll do them till the cows come home.
It just feels different.
But anyway, so going, it was really great because we were in San Francisco.
You were not in San Francisco.
Sinatra's house in Palm Springs this weekend with a bunch of friends, and I was like, I got to do this more.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's get some emails.
Yeah, we
Emails.
should do some emails.
Emails.
Check the emails.
Oh, this is great. Okay, so we had a lot of people email in.
Oh God, what do we fuck up?
It was me.
Oh,
Although none of you got it and came to my defense, so I'm blaming the show.
all right.
We got a lot of emails, but this is from Nicholas or Nick.
Hi, Nick.
So, he said, I can't believe you guys failed to recognize a moment of 80s nostalgia.
What?
Oh, okay.
Ba weep grunum wep ninny bomb is not a foreign language.
What?
It is a bit of nonsense sprouted from the comedy genius of none other than Sir Eric motherfucking Idle in one of the greatest cartoon movies of all time, The Transformers the movie.
Oh, is that?
Wait,
It is the
I don't even
universal-
remember this reference.
Yeah.
So it was somebody put it in a. You remember it was like a subject of an email, and I was like, "This guy." Maybe I'm saying like something really dirty in Thai,
Yes!
or
Oh my gosh!
it's not.
Right.
It is the Autobots crash onto a junk planet, and it is the universal.
Oh my God.
It's the universal greeting of friendship.
I totally remember that.
Yeah, in the Transformers movie.
To be fair, the way you read it is not how it sounds in the movie.
No.
That is so true. Like,
if you had looked over, you would be like, "Oh, universal greeting of
no.
friendship
I
from
think
Transformers the movie."
if I had heard it,
well,
if I had heard it, that's my
I
point.
slaughtered the Bo Weep Nam.
But like, think about it. Like, there are certain movie quotes where if you didn't say them the way they're said in the movie,
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I was trying to.
Who you
what's
gonna
the-
call?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, you got a call.
yeah,
I don't know what that's from. Maybe I'm
Right.
saying something in German. Yeah, like what's the one from the Necronomicon? The
What?
Klaatu Barata Niktu,
Yeah.
which
Oh, yeah.
is from
isn't that like
the old
that's
movie.
No, that's the day the Earth stood still.
Yeah, and it's from
Oh
Evil
yeah,
Dead.
and then
Or
that's what
Army
they
of
say
Darkness.
in Army of Darkness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so thank you,
Yeah.
Nick.
Okay. Thanks for pointing out
And
our
everybody
fail.
else that, to be honest, everybody
good.
else that put that out, because there were a lot.
I'm glad that our listeners are smarter than us. By the way,
Oh,
Always.
thank you
need it.
guys.
I'm like, please, just pick up on it.
Yeah.
And there's the Bobby Lee sent in the other one because I'm seeing it right now in the thing.
Good job,
Bobby
Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee and Nick. Thanks for
Yeah.
looking out for us.
All right. So first off, okay.
Okay.
So also,
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
They
Huh?
fuck you with the cell phones.
What?
Matt.
drive-through.
They fuck you with the drive-through. So Matt sent in a follow-up about the moon base. Remember, because we were talking about like why does the government have to clear the moon base? Like, it's the fucking moon.
Okay, what's up,
So
Matt?
the reason why the government has to do that is because of. He said, just off the top to clarify regarding the moon and outer space, this is covered by a few bodies. Primarily,
You okay over there?
doing well,
Burpee
keeping it
McBurperson?
together. Primarily in 1967, the UN's Outer Space Treaty Article 4, which states
Okay.
states parties to the treaty shall bear international responsibility for national activities in outer space, including the moon and other celestial bodies.
Okay. By the way,
Yes.
I didn't disagree with the fact that we needed that someone needed permission to do it. I didn't understand why the U.S.
Totally agree.
was allowed to give it permission.
And this is why, because
Okay.
under this treaty, it basically says anybody who's in the U.S., you guys got to be clear
By
and
the
make sure
US.
it's cool because
Okay, but if you're in a
UN is
different
like-
country,
then it's whoever. So, and that's where
Okay.
it's states party to the treaty, so the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
shall bear international responsibility for national activities in outer space.
got
So
it.
SpaceX doing something in space, that comes under the
Comes
U.S.
out- yeah.
Basically, the
'Cause US
U.S.
is part
is
of the UN.
responsible for the international implications of SpaceX.
Right.
Including the moon or other celestial bodies.
I see.
Whether such activities are carried out by the government or non-governmental entities, and for assuring that national activities are carried out in conformity with the provisions set forth in the present treaty. Activities of non-governmental essential outside blah 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 science
Blah, blah, blah,
UN
blah, blah.
UN 60. So basically everything that happens in space. Now they also said there's no weapons allowed in space.
Good.
What?
Yeah, I know.
No
so those
freaking
aliens,
laser beams.
Not even whips.
I'm gonna say
Like
whips
say
are
whip
okay.
from Adam and Eve.
Well, hello. Yes, any fetish whip
Fetish whips
is allowed. Fetish whips are allowed. There's a sub clause for fetish whips in the UN
gosh.
treaty in
I don't think
1967.
that's a weapon.
Exactly, that's why the sub clause exists.
That's a good point.
Anyway, so I thought that was really cool to catch up that it was like there's actually a UN treaty.
Wow.
No
weapons.
No weapons.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, it makes sense because they don't want like somebody who signed the
Laser
treaty being
guns
like,
and
"Oh, we're just going to put a little rockets that can point down right on your backyard, and we're cool. We're not going to fire
It
them
would
off."
look
but-
awesome.
I know.
Weapons
moon
coming out from
rockets.
space. Yeah.
Anyway,
Moon rockets.
Moon rockets. Okay, was this the one? Yeah, official. Yeah. Okay, so this email is just from Hello,
Okay.
and the subject is
Hello.
Russian news.
It's me.
Yeah.
I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over Russian news.
Nice.
It took me a while to get there, but I got there.
It was a slow burn, but I like where
Yep,
I like where I landed. I think Hello took to heart the fact that we hadn't done Russian news. We were talking about how we hadn't done Russian news.
Right.
So here's a Russian news story.
Okay.
Officials fight perfume boozers.
What?
Yeah. So
Oh, wait a minute.
officials in the northwest Russia's Republic of Komi
What's up,
are
Komi?
discussing a federal ban on large bottles of cologne.
Oh.
Because you can get drunk.
Because you get drunk off of it?
Yes.
And it's cheaper than some of the vodka.
No way.
So people are buying 50 ml bottles of perfume and cologne and chugging it just to get drunk.
Oh my
And
God,
they
that's
smell really good, too.
unfortunate.
First off, the taste.
Oh.
I mean, have you ever accidentally put cologne on your lip and you're like,
Yeah.
you're like, it's like rubbing alcohol.
Buy rubbing alcohol instead, right? Like,
I have
why
a feeling
perfume?
they limit the amount of rubbing alcohol because, and then they were like,
man.
what else could get me fucked up here in Russia?
Dracar Noir.
Dracar Noir.
Ew.
Yeah, amazing. Oh, you should
That's what
try
I used
that.
to wear.
Yeah, I think we
in,
all
like,
used to
high
wear it in the 90s.
Man.
That was sort of like every boy in the 90s turning 15 was like, here's your Dracar Noir, happy birthday.
Girls did love it, by the way.
Well, they said that.
Did we?
In the 90s.
In the 90s?
In the
I was too
90s.
young. I was in high school in the 90s.
So were we, putting
boy.
cologne on and being like, I'm sorry for my smell. So they have gone through. So the measures intended to prevent residents from drinking the fragrances.
This is why we
for
can't
their
buy
high alcohol
allergy
content.
medicine anymore, because people made fucking meth out of it.
Yeah, so this is
Now
the thing.
people aren't going to be allowed to buy cologne.
So dual-use alcohol-based products, perfume, medicine, and cleaning products are the most common cause of poisoning in the area.
Cleaning products?
Cleaning products.
Someone's like, I should do a shot of Windex.
Yeah, shit has gone way off the rails.
Yeah.
If one of your biggest problems is people drinking Windex,
Oh my gosh.
like on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you figure out a way to like separate it like from the Windex or from whatever you're drinking, so that way it's going to be just straight?
I would say.
I don't think that's
drunkenness.
possible.
Well,
No, but you have to be able to like cut it or something.
I'm sure it's possible. However,
I would.
the people who are smart enough to figure out how to do that
Are too
Don't
Not the people
drink
drinking
Windex.
it. Yeah.
They can afford
yeah.
actual.
And if they do, while they're trying to figure out how to parse it out, they've lost enough intelligence in the Windex drinking that they're back to
Yeah.
just fuck it, Windex.
Fuck it, Windex.
Anyway, so that's some
Fuck
Russian
it,
news.
Windex. That should be another
Thanks.
one of our
Hello.
shirts.
Goodbye.
Hello, fucking news, Russian news. Okay, so another email. This is from Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
So we talked about the gold train. Remember the infamous
Yes!
Russian gold train that turned out to not be a Russian gold train?
Wait, I thought it was a Nazi
Nazi.
gold train.
Yeah.
Did I say Russian?
Yeah.
Nazi?
Yeah, Nazi gold train.
Nazi gold train?
The
Yeah.
booby-trapped gold train.
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
which turned out not to be a train.
Oh, did it? Did we
No
talk
more
about
booby
that?
trap?
Yeah, it was
Boo.
like they were like, we found it, and everyone was
Yeah.
like, yay, we're here, and they were like, oh yeah, it's just like a hollow cave. It's not what we
Oh,
thought.
okay.
Anyway, now, so this is from Andrew. Hi, Dr. Super Volcano Krajewski,
Yeah, Tom.
Esquire,
Hello.
Allison,
Hey.
and Alex.
What's
Love
up?
the podcast. Just want to send an article about how Poland might have found the amber room of Peter the Great.
Yes.
Ooh.
While maybe not as exciting as the gold train, it's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So thank you, Andrew. So here we go. So, could long-lost amber room be stashed in Nazi bunker in Poland?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So there's this
Yeah.
old...
Yes, it could.
It
is
could,
the answer.
yes. The answer is
Being Polish
probably.
myself,
I just wrote the
know
entire
that it is
article.
there.
The whole article just says yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's there.
Right.
Because the article says yes to my question. Could it be in the Polish thing? So there's
Yes.
this giant first off, do you guys know the Amber Room? I think we talked about it in the gold
Yeah.
train, which is
Yeah,
I guess it was Peter the Great. I didn't know who it was, but it's a Russian thing. That's why I think I said Russian, because I think it was
Right.
Peter the Great, the Tsar of Russia.
So it was
Yeah.
taken, but
That could be totally wrong, but I'm sticking with it.
I'm pretty sure people will email us about that.
They'll be
if
like,
it's wrong.
I was Peter the Great from Jersey.
Jersey. Good old Jersey.
Good old Jersey.
From Hoboken, New Jersey.
Yeah, Peter the Great of Hoboken.
Hoboken.
So, that's like Hadouken of Jersey.
Hadouken!
Yeah, Hoboken. So it's a room that he made. All the walls were made out of amber,
Right.
which we all know. Amber is
Where
petrified.
you create dinosaurs.
Yeah, because it's petrified sap, tree sap.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Jurassic
But it's
Park
worth
style.
And mosquitoes
more
live
of
there,
the money
and we steal their
than
DNA.
anybody has. Like, it's worth all the money.
All the monies.
All of the money.
All the money.
Yeah, like there's a sticker on it and
Yeah.
it said for sale, and it just
says
said
all the
all,
monies.
and then a dollar sign,
And then a dollar sign.
and then a dollar sign, a Chinese yen sign,
yeah.
a pound sign,
Yes.
a hashtag sign for no reason, and then a Bitcoin with then a JK
Yeah.
right next
Or
to
just
it.
says like JK. No bitcoins
No
allowed.
Bitcoins. That's not money.
Or like how you go on Yelp and when things are like really expensive, it
Yeah.
has $4 signs. This
It
has 5.
It had 5. It said all, and then $5 signs.
$5 signs.
And then Yelp 6 stars.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they think the Amber Room, and because the Amber Room was one of the biggest secrets, because right at the end, like as World War II was winding down, all of a sudden it just disappeared, and it is a room.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's not like a painting went missing.
Right.
An entire room inside a place gone.
How big
It's
was
gone.
this room exactly? Was it like the garage we record in, or like a
Or like
big
your
room?
beach house.
Yeah.
Compare it.
You know,
is it
I'm
closer
gonna-
to your garage or your beach house?
I'm gonna make.
You're just gonna guess.
I'm
Anyways.
gonna
You have
make
no idea.
a total guess because I remember seeing a picture of it. I think.
Wait,
There's
how
a
would you
picture of
yeah.
it?
Well, World War
Well, I
II,
guess
there were
if they stu-
photos.
Oh.
There were back then.
Yeah. Yes.
What?
There were
People-
photos in World War One.
Humanity is magical.
Humanity is magical. They used the magic of humanity to take
Yeah.
photos of the place.
Yeah.
I would say somewhere between. It's bigger than a breadbasket, smaller than Manhattan.
Bread box.
bread box.
Yeah, it's not bread basket. People. The thing is, this is bigger than a bread box.
Yeah, but where do you put your bread when it's not in a box? In your bread basket.
In my
Wait,
belly.
No, what?
No, isn't your bread basket your gut?
Yeah.
No, a bread what?
Oh, that's where you get. Yeah.
Yeah, you got hit in the bread basket.
I've never heard that
baby
before.
came out my bread
A bread
basket.
basket is what you get served at a restaurant. It is a basket that holds bread.
It could be
First
a few
off,
things.
that is also true. Secondly, it's your stomach.
No, I've literally never heard
Allison,
that
the
before.
next time you
true.
get hit in the stomach, you're gonna say, "Ooh, my
Oh,
bread
right,
basket."
My
the
bread
bread
basket.
And then you
Oh.
realize
I'm going to toss my biscuits from my bread
My
basket.
bread basket. That's a thing.
It's a thing. Maybe
This is
it's
not a thing. You're all
in our
lying.
totally a
genetics.
thing.
You'll say
Yeah,
it
we'll
when you
Google
get
it
You're
later.
all
We'll
all
ask
lying
Siri.
to me.
Siri will be like, yes, bread basket, your gut, or a bread basket.
Or a basket full of motherfucking bread.
Or a place where you
But
put
that
your
doesn't change the
motherfucking
fact
bread.
that when you play 20 questions,
It's a bread box.
it's a bread box.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have a bread box. I think we talked about this on the show.
Yeah,
'cause
we have.
walked out and we were like, I was like, see? Bread box.
box. That's right. You.
Bless you.
I had to sneeze. That was
I
a
love
big
it.
one.
Ambergris.
Oh
Anyway,
my gosh.
so the Amber. So there. Bless you.
Bless you. Sheesh.
So-
allergic to the beach.
I'm allergic to your amazing beach house.
It happens. It's you're
Okay,
allergic
go.
to awesomeness.
Amber room.
So they believe that they found this Nazi bunker that's covered in moss, and it's like
Oh.
all closed out, like but they found a hidden room underneath it,
made of
Made of amber?
made of something that reflects radar. I don't know. It could be anything.
tinfoil.
Are you serious? Made of something that reflects
No,
radar?
I mean like they did ground penetrating radar, and they were like, "There's a room down there,"
sounds
but it's
dirty.
not like yeah. They did some deep ground penetrating radar.
Yeah. Made of
Tom, I
something
can't-
that
I'm
reflects
out.
radar. Doesn't like everything reflect radar?
Well, no, but I mean they know it's a whole like there's a cavern in there because of all the deep
Got it.
penetration
Don't say that again.
of the radar.
Shit.
It's called ground penetrating radar. I'm
I
not making that
got
up.
it. I got it.
It's like a little like vacuum cleaner thing
I
that you
got
like
it.
roll across.
It's gonna be
things.
super awesome when you two go to bed with your wives tonight. I go to bed in my own sad little single room.
We're gonna have
Gave
to
me
allow
here
we
at
should
the-
slip- tonight
we should
to
slip
make you
notes
feel
under that
so-
just say ground penetrating radar. Alex, ground penetrating radar, Tom. and then we'll go
damn it.
pass out to sleep because we got to be up so fucking early
We'll
tomorrow.
be up so early to
And
make
it's
beer
awesome.
tomorrow.
I'm super excited, super excited. Anyway, so
I
they
am.
think that this is it. They haven't yet cracked it open to find out. But
Could the Amber Room be under Oak Island? Remember?
Oak
'Cause
Island
what's
is
in Oak
crazy.
Island?
Have you seen that TV
I've
show?
seen that show. What's in there?
What is
they don't
Oak
know.
Island?
According to
So-
Assassin's Creed, the video game.
Oh, was there an Oak Island thing?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
know that.
Like a ring that deflected bullets.
What?
Yeah.
In Oak
In
Island.
Oak Island.
So Oak
'Cause
Island is it's one of those things. It's sort of like the Jesse James like gold
Yeah.
myth. That's or not myth, but I guess it could be myth. I
Yeah.
don't know what the definition
Story?
of myth is, but
Yeah.
fable.
Fable.
That's
Made up.
better.
Yeah.
Remember
Well,
that
because
was-
it might not be made up. It could be made up. That's the thing.
I think
Myth
that's what a fable
feels like
is.
it's made up. Fable. So let's
Yeah.
call it a fable. So anyway, so it's like that. There's a thing on Oak Island,
Okay.
which is like people believe there's like some sort of treasure has been buried there because of some like poem that was written.
Queen.
Exactly. What is that from?
It's just, I don't know, something in popular culture.
Oh, is it?
Saying,
apparently.
yes, queen.
All right.
Too old to get it. I
Don't you
guess.
pay attention to memes?
I do.
Hello.
I do. I love memes.
Memes.
I actually had somebody say that. Like, I can't remember who it was, but I was like, I can't correct this person. Like, that's just the
What?
sweetest thing. Like, yeah, we just want to do things like blah 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 blah, and like memes, and just like make sure that we're all in touch.
memes.
And I was like, I'm not
Memes.
I'm not saying memes.
Memes.
How do you pronounce GIF?
Oh, I fucking pronounce it GIF, even though I know the person wants to say GIF. The person who created it. It's like, it's supposed to be GIF. I'm like, no, GIF is a fucking peanut butter.
that
This
is really
a
funny.
GIF.
He said that he wants it to be
Oh yeah,
GIF.
the man who created GIFs said it's supposed to be pronounced GIFs.
That is
Soft
so weird.
G.
Yeah, that's so weird
Yeah.
because I think I corrected Heather.
Oh,
she was like GIF, and I was like, Heather, it's GIF.
Well,
Heather,
Now,
I was on
it
4
is
the
points.
GIF.
general
Yeah.
like
'Cause
population
it's
says
the
GIF.
word gift without a T.
Oh, I just think it's because it
No,
begins
but-
with a G.
Yeah, like if you look at it, that's
Yeah.
the word gift
yeah,
without
yeah,
a T.
Yeah.
So that's why I
If
say
you had
GIF.
put a J in front of it, I would have said GIF.
Right.
We
Like
got any
the
stories?
fucking peanut
Because if
butter.
it was a J-I-F-T, it
Yeah.
would be gift.
GIF.
But G-I-F-T is gift.
Gift.
Anyway, all right.
Stories.
Gift.
All right, story.
Because
Yeah.
we're
Do we need a story?
35 minutes
Oh
now.
man. Okay,
I
one more
love it.
story.
One more story. All right. Well, this is a great story.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, I'll do this one. This is so
We
fun.
can do a few.
No,
Oh.
this one's really fun.
Tom, you shut your face.
I
You
like
can't
doing
say
the show.
do a story
Unlike
and
you
then
guys.
less
I like
story. All right. French armed robbers
Okay.
hold up McDonald's
No.
Why?
full of elite police squad.
Wait,
This is
what?
awesome. Wait, so
they
they
were
were all
like, we're gonna
dining
go
there.
rob that McDonald's, but the elite police squad was in there.
There were 40
having McDonald's.
40
40.
off-duty French elite police squad, basically the French equivalent of the SWAT team.
Why?
Just happened to be eating there.
Why? But why were 40 of them? That had to have been like a gathering of some
They have
sort.
their birthday parties there. You know, Ronald comes out. you have
Yeah.
Oh no,
balloons.
I take it back. There were 11 of them.
Oh, okay,
Which
thank
is
you.
still a very
Still
big
a
number.
lot.
But there were 40 people dining in the McDonald's.
But 11 of them
But
were
11
part
of them
this. Yeah.
were elite French SWAT team members.
I mean, that is so weird. That like coincidence. I mean, I feel like they must have just gotten off of work, and all of them were
Yeah.
like, "Let's go get fucking French fries."
Je suis mouton.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
That's
Je
not.
voudrais shootez-vous? Like,
Yeah.
do they have guns on them, like when they're eating in McDonald's?
Why, yes, they did.
Continue
Wow.
the story.
They literally were just sitting there. So what happened was these two guys come in. They're like, "Hey, give us your money, man." I don't know why they're Mexican.
They totally sound Mexican.
So super Mexican. Well, because I was gonna say like,
trying to-
I was gonna say it in French, and then I was like, no, and I was like, do French accent, and I was like, that's very
Give
Mexican.
us your no, I can't.
See, that was Russianish.
That was.
That was like Ukrainian.
But if you just talk with you make all your words have V's in them, then they kind of sounds French, I think.
a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So anyway, they
See?
bust these two guys busting that down in there.
Wow.
And they're like, "Give us all your money.
Yeah.
Je voudrais your money." And everybody's like, "Oh no!" These 11
Wait.
cops are like, "Really,
Your
really?"
euros, right?
Yeah, je voudrais your euros.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so these 11. So they were like, "Well, let's just let them.
Let's let this play out.
Yeah, let's just let them get the money.
Oh,
like,
I
no
see.
need to do this now.
Right.
We're going to get them.
Right.
Like, this was the wrong place to get.
Yeah.
And so they let them sort of like do everything they wanted to do and leave the restaurant. So then
Well,
the
because
people
I guess
inside weren't
technically, if they stop them beforehand, it's less of a crime.
potentially, yeah, if
Right?
they didn't leave.
Like,
well,
if they got them
stop them from
beforehand,
doing it, it's attempted robbery.
It's attempted. Well,
If
then
they
they
walk
can
out
get
the
them
door,
for.
it's
By the
robbery.
way, that's me thinking because Hot Cop in Italy
Yeah.
was like, you're going to say he pushed you because then it's more of a severe of a
Yeah,
crime.
'cause then
No,
it's a-
that's not what made me think of that. The fact that he made me call him a robber, not a thief. That's what
Right.
made me think
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's more severe.
Yeah, so the robbers,
Yes.
armed robbers, no
Armed
less.
robbers, yeah.
So they go outside, and then all 11 are like, finish my French fries, clap my hands, stand up.
Finish their
And they
Royale
literally
with
all
cheese.
walked out, and they were like, on the ground.
You're on-
And the guys were like, woo! And I
my
think they
God.
shot one in the leg.
Why?
Because he probably like fuck
Ran?
you, 11 people that have guns at me, and they were like, "I'm gonna shoot you in the leg because we're really good at this."
Wow.
And you're an idiot. So bang, bang, bang,
Shoots
and
one
then
leg.
he gets. So then they arrest both of them,
Wow.
and then they're like, "Great, Give it to the lower cops to do the paperwork. We got
And a
some
shout out American
That's
fries.
gotta go in
Our
the like
American
dumbest criminals of all time, right?
11 SWAT members.
That's
Awesome.
amazing.
Off-duty SWAT members.
It's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
with guns.
It's like the guy who like broke into someone's house and then stole all this shit and then left, but his wallet fell out of his pants, so everyone knew
God.
exactly who he was. You know,
I love dumb criminals.
dumb criminals.
Viva la France.
Vive la France. Anyway,
Viva la France.
so when you go to France,
Yeah.
and you go to McDonald's, which you will,
By the way,
because they have the best Wi-Fi.
well, I was going to
free
say
Wi-Fi.
I actually make it a thing that when I travel to other countries, I always go get a small fry from McDonald's because French fries taste different in every country you go to. McDonald's French fries taste different.
That's
every
interesting.
place you go.
Do you also dabble into whatever is the local fare? Like if you go
absolutely.
to Israel, you can go to McDonald's and they have a falafel sandwich.
Oh, at McDonald's? No,
At
I
McDonald's.
don't. Okay, no.
And in Japan, they have like a fish thing.
Yeah, no. My thing is just eating the French fries at McDonald's because, like when I went to China, the French fries are cooked in peanut oil.
Ooh.
Yeah. So totally different.
Instead of sugar oil, like
Yeah,
they
sugar
are here
oil.
and other places.
But that's the only thing I'll get at McDonald's. It's just kind of my
Really, I love McDonald's. Is my fucking
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I love
thank
it.
you.
When
so
I was in
much.
Italy, I had their Coke at McDonald's, and it was like the best Coke.
Oh well, yeah. That's because
Like,
you're
it
getting
was
like the actual sugar. It's like
But it was just
why
like-
I only drink Mexican Coke.
Yeah,
And they're
Yeah.
which by the way,
Yes,
Mexican
queen!
Coke, Mexican Coke is fairly expensive. I remember we were
totally
in
is.
Costco to get, and we were like, let's get Mexican Coke, and we were like, it's like $20 for Mexican Coke, and
Well,
like
but
$5 for the not Mexican Coke.
No, well, yeah, but it's $20 for 18 Cokes.
Yeah, it was a lot of Coke.
It's not like
It was a
$20
lot
for
of
2
Coke.
Cokes. Yeah.
No, it was a lot of Coke.
I have an entire pallet, as you would say, Alex,
yes.
of Mexican Coke in my fridge.
If it is a pallet, I will say pallet.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, people.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, we got to get out in the
I
sun.
know. I want to go back to the beach.
Yeah, I want some
Back
food
to the
grubbage.
beach. Isn't that like one of those Annette and Frankie
It's an
movies?
80s movie. With
No, I
Annette
think it's
in
like a 60s movie.
it. No, Back to the Beach is
Oh, Back to the
80s.
Beach is
Oh, it's
80s?
probably
It's,
because of
it's-
all the Annette Funicello and
Yeah.
Frankie Valli movies from the 60s.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Then that was the like 80s revitalized Please Give Me Moon.
beach.
So let's get back to the beach.
All right, thanks for listening, everyone. You can email us because I'm sure we did some shit wrong on this episode. Email us at halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter, halfhourhappyhr. Please subscribe to us, rate us, validate our existence on iTunes,
Please.
on Stitcher, on whatever you listen to podcasts on. I think we're still working on the Google Play thing.
I don't know. It's in
this
a
ever gonna
vacuum.
happen? Is it ever going to happen?
It's in a hole. It's in a vacuum hole.
I need another drink.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for this week. Oh my gosh. No, I don't need another drink. Yes, I do. What am I talking about?
2 more drinks.
That is it for this week's edition of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. With us this week has been the most amazing not has been in the world, Tom Super Volcano Krajewski.
Woo!
Thank you.
All right, let's get back to the beach, everybody.
Boom.
Now leaving Nerdist.com.